Has now been revealed that the FBI has opened a money laundering investigation into Hunter Biden and his associates. This is the first confirmation we are getting that starting back in 2019, the FBI opened this investigation. So why now? Why would the government confirm this investigation into Hunter Biden? The answer is because it wants to take the focus away from Joe Biden and the real issue. Has Joe Biden been compromised by the Communist Party of China? That should be the main concern of every American. Does China control Joe Biden? The evidence appears to be that it is certainly possible, if not probable, and that alone would disqualify Joe Biden, certainly of his security clearance, and certainly make him a national security threat if, God forbid, he ever became president. You see, the FBI knows all of this, and those loyal to the Biden, Obama, Clinton axis of corruption are now trying to make the Hunter laptop all about money, not Joe Biden and national security.
My impression is everyone in that room was very aware of the sensitivity of the parties involved here and potential multiple impacts to this country.
Well, that is longtime Biden family business associate Tony Bubliansky talked about to investigative reporter James Rosen. His comments about the mood inside the room where the FBI interviewed him for 5 hours is very telling. Bubliansky says the agents were, quote, well aware of the sensitivity of the parties involved. He's talking about Joe Biden as one of those parties. Bubliansky, the Biden insider, described his role in talking with the FBI.
They do list me as a material witness within the entire FBI on their computer systems, and it was a very cooperative, deep dive into all the facts across that time period.
All right, so while the FBI wants the world to now believe this investigation is simply about money laundering alone and Hunter's role in it, the FBI better be looking at Joe and his potential allegiance to China over the United States. There is only one reason the Chinese would flood the Biden family with cash: for influence and even control. Consider this. Our number one adversary, China, has managed to find creative ways to funnel millions of dollars to the Bidens. On this program, we revealed the University of Pennsylvania's Biden Center received $70 million from China starting in 2017, $22 million of it from anonymous Chinese donors. We are also learning at that same time in 2017, Joe Biden received $371,000 from the University of Pennsylvania, $540,000 in 2018 and early 2019. This, when all he did was make a few appearances. He didn't teach any classes, made about a dozen appearances on campus for mostly big ticket events, but not teaching any classes. For that, Joe Biden makes $911,000. What a deal. All while the money from China is pouring into the university. And go figure, it all started the year Joe Biden announced he would not rule out a 2020 run for the presidency. Senator Ron Johnson is leading the Senate investigation into the Bidens, and they are looking at all of this.
I take no joy in uncovering this truth about Joe Biden. He's had so many tragedies in his life, but the American people deserve the truth before they go to the polls, and it's coming awful late in the process. It's very unfortunate.
Well, it didn't have to be this late. The FBI confirmed its so-called money laundering investigation has been open since last year. And if the FBI cared about our national security, the investigation should be focused on the Chinese Communist Party and its pipeline to the Obama-Biden White House, not to mention any future pipeline on the off chance the unthinkable happens and America is faced with a Biden-Harris White House.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.